What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Theta, but before we get started, if you're not a member of the free Discord, please click the link in the description box below and get started with the free Discord. And without further ado, we'll get straight into today's video. All right, so we're going to start off here on the daily candlesticks with Theta. And you guys, we do have a breakout of this falling wedge pattern. And now we've came back down and retested this line as support. So whenever you have a downward trending line like this and price breaks out of that line, it often comes back down and retests that line as support before it goes higher. So it looks something like this. You have a downward trending line. You're trying to break through that line. You can't break through it, then finally you break through, it comes back down and retests that level as support, which provides a really good entry, a low risk setup with a high potential reward. So a lot of professional traders see that and they go, that's a perfect time to pick up some of that coin. So that's exactly what we see here with Theta. We have this downward trending line and you can see it rejected multiple times along the way down. Then we break bullish out of this line, which is also a big falling wedge, and we came back down and retested it as support. So you can see that the risk to reward ratio is actually really good. There's a really tight stop loss down here with a very high potential reward. So a lot of professional traders are going to see that, and they're going to pick up Theta down here on major support. So that's definitely something to be aware of. The other thing you need to be aware of here with Theta is we are on major horizontal support. So over here you can see this was where the first sell-off happened inside of this cycle back before the pump. So we do have a full cycle here. You can see the first sell-off, the thrill, euphoria, new paradigm, and of course we go into complacency, anger, and depression. So this is a full market cycle here on Theta, and often when you have a market cycle, price does come back down to that support area where the first sell-off originally happened. So this is the first sell-off of the cycle. Then you get thrill, euphoria, complacency, anger, depression. So this first sell-off is often where cycles go back to. So that's what we do see here in the big time frame, or on the daily time frame here with Theta. We do have a perfect market cycle, and we tested that first sell-off area, which is also a major area of support and resistance. But currently it's acting as support, and I think we will have a strong reaction off of that support level and see a bullish reversal here on the daily time frame. So I think that Theta is getting ready to see a strong reversal off the support level, and through the rest of the year, through these coming months, September, October, November, December, I think we're going to have a strong run on Theta. Now let's talk about the bigger time frame, because the bigger time frame is really just a fractal of the smaller time frame. So let's take a look at this. So you can see here, this is a market cycle as well. It's actually the same thing. And you can see that price broke bullish out of a wedge, just like it did in the smaller time frame, and started to see some upside, and it came back down to support. So this is the same kind of thing here, a little bit different because we have some more sideways consolidation where price was being accumulated really cheap, but it's still a breakout of this resistance level and a retest of major support. Again, whenever you get breakouts of resistance levels, most commonly you'll have some type of a retest back down to support. So you're trying to break your downward trending line, break out, then you finally do. And a lot of times it either does a horizontal retest of support like this, or it does a retest of that line like we were seeing earlier on the smaller time frame, where it retests that support level, that line right here. Either way, when you get a breakout of a downward trending line, most commonly the market's going to retest some type of support level before it goes higher. So watch for that on Theta. I do think we will get a strong bullish reaction as a result of both time frames. We do have a bullish breakout of a falling wedge pattern on both time frames. We're on major horizontal support, not only on the daily time frame, but also in the bigger time frame as well. This is a major area of support for Theta. You can see it was acted slightly as resistance here along the way up, and along the way down, this was a major area of support that we bounced significantly off of before coming back down to retest it. So this is looking really good. This looks really good here with Theta. And if you don't know about market cycles, definitely start to learn about market cycles and how they work. Just type into Google market cycle. You're going to get a lot of information on how the market cycle works, how these charts work. And Bitcoin back in the day actually looks a lot like Theta today. So both of these charts have a complete market cycle. You can see price rallied significantly all the way up into new paradigm or euphoria. Then you have the whole correction phase where you go into depression, and then it starts a new cycle. And that's what happened on both of these charts. You can see this is euphoria on Theta. This is euphoria on Bitcoin. This will be depression on Theta right here. And this would be depression right here on Bitcoin. And just to simplify this for you guys, if you type in market cycle on Google, you can find the Wall Street cheat sheet really easily, and it will show you the human psychology or the human emotion that takes place during these market cycles. So you can see that's a perfect market cycle here on Theta, just exactly like we see a perfect market cycle that already happened previously on Bitcoin. Now, as you can see, Bitcoin had to build momentum along the way back up. In other words, it had corrections. Look at some of these corrections that happened as it recovered. The price of Bitcoin started an uptrend, but that did not mean that it didn't have corrections still along the way up. And the same is true for Theta right now. You can see that we do have a correction here as we're building momentum, getting ready and preparing to start this new uptrend on Theta. So it's okay that we have this correction. A lot of people flip bearish because their emotions get the best of them. But if you're able to see the cycle and you know it's coming, you're going to stay bullish on Theta even when a lot of people aren't, because you know what's coming in the big picture means a big reversal in the bigger time frame. And this reversal isn't just going to pump and then die. This is a massive accumulation cycle. When this thing starts to take off and break its old all-time high, just like how Bitcoin did, it's going to keep going up and keep going up and keep going up, and it's going to blow people away. Their targets will be too low. They'll expect it to just go to like just a little bit above the old all-time high and then die, when really, in all likelihood, as we start to build momentum up here on Theta and break out, what's going to happen is money's going to come into this at a rate that is astronomical. And you're going to break way higher through those all-time high levels and keep pushing up through those levels with strength and with confidence, all the way to levels that people don't even expect, all the way to prices that people can't even imagine right now. And let's do a little comparison here. We won't show exactly how far it could go, but just to zoom out a little bit more here, you get an idea of how strong the breakout was on Bitcoin when Bitcoin recovered. When Bitcoin recovered and broke the old all-time high, it just skyrocketed. I think the same thing is coming here for Theta in the bigger time frame. And by the way, the volume is virtually the same. Look at all this volume here on both of these coins. Bitcoin back in the day, this early cycle on Bitcoin, and this current cycle on Theta, both of them have been heavily accumulated. Big players, big whales are buying these up like crazy, buying Theta up like crazy, super undervalued, just like they were buying Bitcoin up like crazy, super undervalued right here. It's the same thing taking place all over again. So if you guys didn't get the opportunity to invest in early day Bitcoin, definitely check out Theta, because Theta is a lot like, the setup is a lot like investing in early day Bitcoin. You can also see this perfect ABC correction that happened along the way down. We also got that same ABC correction that happened on Theta. The same thing took place on Theta that already happened on Bitcoin historically. And this is super, super helpful to understand. Once you understand this, your life is going to change. You're going to be able to see markets for what they are and start to understand that cycles do repeat. Human psychology does repeat. And just a great example of this, because I'm always talking about how it doesn't matter what market or what time frame, whether you're trading, stocks or oil or crypto or silver or whatever you're trading, look at the NASDAQ. Look at what the NASDAQ did here during the internet bubble. And then here's the internet bubble pop right here where it corrected. Then it double bottomed. Like I said, when you get a breakout of downward trending resistance, it most often comes back down and tests as support before it moons, just like what Theta did right here. That's exactly the same thing that the NASDAQ did right here. It's the same thing. So yeah, I'm really excited here because in the bigger picture, you can see that Theta did a perfect market cycle, and Theta has real world value. So I expect a strong recovery on Theta. I expect a big picture breakout, just like what happened to Bitcoin when Bitcoin broke its all-time high, and what happened to the NASDAQ over here. And also, I think that's going to happen on Theta. Like I said, market cycles repeat in all time frames. This NASDAQ chart looks exactly like the Bitcoin chart we were just looking at. And it's almost the exact same chart, really. There's subtle differences, but both of them are the same. And here is also true for Theta. So I'm super excited, you guys. Big things are coming in crypto. Get ready for some big moons, some big pumps, a lot of upside in the market, and a lot of money is to be made in this space if you're willing to see it for what it is, and if you're willing to buy the dip when other people are scared. Because let me tell you, in 2008 right here, and in 2003 right here, nobody wanted to buy stocks, right? And here in 2022, when crypto is dumping, and right now when we pulled back again, nobody wants to buy crypto. Only the pros are, because they've been buying all through here. You can see it in the volume. The pros were buying all through this area. So be ready for big things coming in Theta and the crypto markets as a whole. That's my update on Theta. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in to today's video. I love and appreciate every single one of you. If you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor and share it with your friends. And I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos. As always, stay profitable out there.